as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Breaks a tackle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Second down at 4.
Here we go.
They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Goff now looks to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To throw is Goff. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He's got his tight end Fant. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check. 47, Mike. 47, Mike. 47. Come on, let's go.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
Kill. 27. Watch the twins. Check 52. Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? Let's go. Let's get this ball now.
This is Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And down to the 7-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep. Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Elliott.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League. And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time. From the 27, Goff. This one swung out to Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's gone. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage. Working with a 2nd and 3. First throw now for the backup lock. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted. And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
We play to win. Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
40 wants the mark. 40 wants the mark. Check 41.
Draw play, Elliott. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
41 Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Zerline's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Mike,
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Locke. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Goff now looking to throw. Into the secondary, past the 40. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again. Goff finds a seam inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Now Goff on 1st down. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the red zone now, Goff. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. They'll run left with Pollard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Second and 4. Going to run again here with Pollard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. A give to Elliott. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down at 7. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Run for Pollard. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 14. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
45. Mike, 45. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Go. 45. Come on, 45. I got it.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Everyone got 45, 45. Mike, 45. Here we go, D.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Gordon as they go to him again. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 28 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Gone. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 2nd down, Williams. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run forward with Pollard. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They go to Elliott again. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Running with Elliott. And he is going to have the first down here, but hold on, because there's a flag on the field, and I think someone got held. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going. And
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Dallas, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Denver,